But because of, and this isn't the only thing that Luce Cannon is in jail for that Wack Three Fingers sort of lined up. The federales are actually using transcripts from a podcast that Wack Three Fingers brought Luce Cannon onto in order to get Luce Cannon to start like saying way too much about crimes. And this was how Luce Cannon got his start with his internet antics. This was we hadn't seen, so this is the first time we have ever seen Luce Cannon was on this podcast.
This is crazy because I just heard Luce Cannon today on an interview with his wife on the phone from the feds. These guys talk too much. Well, I guess this what they're going to do till the day they're in prison or whatever happens, right? And even if they are sent to prison, they're probably going to be doing podcasts in prison. They talk a lot.
Took Luce and set him on the side of me. When the light hit me, I made sure it hit him.
Yeah, I don't think I was that familiar with him before you brought him on the pod.
So Wack Three Fingers just brings on this nobody named Luce Cannon and starts getting him to tell on himself and others for the sake of getting Big U in trouble. Because Luce Cannon ends up implicating Big U in Nipsey Hussle's murder. Okay, so this is really insane. Look at this.
Yeah. This is the inception of Luce Cannon. The first time he's on the No Jumper podcast, and Wack 100 brings him on, y'all. Let's go.
But this crazy motherfucker calls me the other day. If I get some information or some content, I'm going to fry your ass up.
Yeah,
I said, nephew, this content I can't present. You got to present it because you ain't lied to me yet. He's behind a lot of shit that you've seen. You just should know it was him.
Okay.
We're going to tell you off camera.
What kind of stuff?
Just some shit. He's behind a lot of shit that if you see it on YouTube, you just say, no, it was him. So I know he ain't no bullshitter. Man, listen.
No, so
yeah, you got to elaborate on this shit.
I got to, because at the end of the day, it's like dealing with like, we about to go do something, hop out on something, and give you a gun that's empty.
Oh, he did that to you?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he did it to somebody else? Oh,
this nigga crazy. He really going.
Honey, okay.
So did you let him just take the 50 from you? You really didn't get a cut, or you waited to the next thing and just took more?
Yeah.
No, he avoided me. Yeah. And then, like, one day.
You know why he wanted to get a dude back to 40, right? Because he was going to make dude give him 20 for getting it back.
Of course.
And kept you out of it.
Of course. He did that to, when I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to them?
So,
the club, when you sweated him in the club?
Yeah.
Dude, and Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at him.
Yeah. No, yeah, they sent that because I called.
This really just sends a shiver down my spine watching Three Fingers Wack coaching Luce Cannon along, getting him to tell on him. I mean, this is crazy. So this isn't, how is this not third party snitching?
The homies blowing me up like they.
That's what I was going to say. There's Wack 100 in the side listening to this dude talk. He brought him on there. And how is this not cooperating or making a statement, through a third party here? What the hell?
Just killed Nipsey. And so I'm like,
wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
Yeah. And
you
we
like
were just talking on regular. So it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it because
you don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. They be hot one minute, then they be cold the next minute, and then they be lukewarm. Like you
and
just
30 minutes after you get out the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Yep, he hit me a little bit too early because the homie Shitty double back 3 times. You get what I'm saying?
So that was not.
Damn, if that's not implicating Big U, I don't know what is, to be honest. This is crazy. Are they gonna hit Big U with that one too? This is wild, y'all, to see this actually play out. And then from the archives, shout out Point and Shoot out here. I guess it's one thing to say when you're in the heat of the moment, you're making a podcast, but man, to come back like this, like, I ain't gonna lie, like Point and Shoot's basically doing all the detective work, which, I mean, it's already out there, and he's showcasing it to the world for us to see. And it's crazy to hear these guys have this conversation on a podcast. This is why, that's why I've been covering this, y'all, because I can't even believe what I see sometimes, y'all. I can't believe Luce Cannon, how loose he is with his words in his mouth. Wack 100, the mastermind back here, and there's Adam 20. Everybody's mad at Adam 22. For what? These guys are the ones that are speaking like that. I saw some other guy earlier getting interviewed by Adam 22. Adam 22 brings up a situation, and the guy doesn't respond. And Adam 22 is trying to fish an answer out of him about a crime that he's supposedly committed, and the guy's quiet. I don't know his name, 4 something, 4, I don't know, 4 extra. I don't know what these guys' names are. But the clip was basically showing how you do an interview with someone like Adam 22 or Vlad TV. You give them what you want to give them.
It's Wack Three Fingers sounds exactly like a police officer. Same speech patterns and everything. That's very, very interesting. So
very master manipulator. Let me say my words correctly here, y'all.
Oh, Wack Three Fingers brings Luce Cannon on, gets him to make all these wild and crazy claims in a display of self-snitchery. Then Luce Cannon starts getting attention from other people like DJ Snackademics.
Interview talking about what I did to Meek Mills.
Wait, you did something to Meek Mill?
Oh, Lord.
And I do find it interesting that DJ Akademiks is interested in interviewing Luce Cannon when he had this to say about LA gang members.
All the LA gangsters, I don't know what's going on in LA. Maybe they don't sell enough drugs being in these gangs. They don't get money. They're broke, okay? I'm sorry to say, LA gang members are fucking broke. The only way they know how to get money is podcasting. Most of them are unintelligible, illiterate, don't know how to have coherence, ideas, points, or even make sentences. And what they oftentimes realize the intrigue about them what usually is that? Is talk about crimes they've committed. So the whole LA podcast scene, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I think LA is a weird scene in general. Let me just be very clear.
No,
I really don't. I promise I don't know. He said y'all was trying to kidnap him. So explain that story. Wait, so how did you even come in contact with it? And I think supposedly there was a big you portion of it.
Yeah. So,
Man, it's like he's just drawing it out of this dude, and there he is ready to just spill the beans, y'all. You heard what he said. What he thinks about LA gangbangers in the culture, which I believe a lot of that is true, right? Really, how do you make money in California, right? Legally, I would ask. So there he is making these statements about these gangbangers, and then here he is interviewing one and then getting the content off of him. Whoa.
So basically, so we caught him at the club where he was performing at.
So DJ Akademiks falls directly under the definition of culture vulture. He's capitalizing off of gang culture in LA, something that he despises, but he's just using it to get money, okay?
I'd have to agree with that. That's an accurate statement, especially with this with the proof here.
And I always find it funny when DJ Akademiks talks about himself like he's this brilliant guy, like he's insanely smart.
You're the only street nigga that could keep up with me on the mic. That's a fact. I would talk circles around anyone if we had to get to an intellectual conversation.
He ain't that smart. I listened to him talk. He sounds like a fucking idiot. Seriously, what's up with again? Why does he say again like 5,000 fucking times? Listen to this.
And again, we're pulling you to the side like. So I'm on YouTube, but again, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not. Listen, again, if I'm exploiting,
Well, here goes
and again, I know Kanye is really interesting. Again, it's so passionate for him, and again, the optics on it. So I'm watching again. So you're trying to do a song with my daughter, but you wouldn't do one with me.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That's a problem. Sometimes these novice podcasters have it, say the same word over and over again. But this dude right here got a huge platform. He's been doing it for a long time. You can't get rid of the word again or even notice it's a problem. Whoa.
Again, because in the past, and again, after seeing this indictment, don't you believe that again, not that the podcast was police, but even again. So again.
Okay, so that was not very intellectual sounding at all. And I'm sorry if I can't respect anyone that says again this many fucking times.
What? Again, right? Because again. Now again. So again, yo, like again. So again, which again. Because again.
Point and shoot is undefeated, y'all. Let's go. Again.
So again, no. I don't really get niggas locked up, right? I'm really a rat.
So Wack Three Fingers gets Luce Cannon to say all this stuff on No Jumper, and all of a sudden he's getting booked on Akademiks' little podcast. He's going on he's got a whole media tour to talk about all this stuff, and it's all because of Wack Three Fingers, right? Wack Three Fingers himself takes credit for this. And so knowing what Wack Three Fingers likely knows about the feds and the police, why would he encourage Luce Cannon to do this? If Luce Cannon was really his partner, why wouldn't he say, don't do that, Why is he saying go on DJ Akademiks and tell him the story? Why are you?
Because he's using him too.
You doing that? Is it because it furthers your agenda and you don't give a fuck if Luce Cannon gets locked up?
What?
That's what it sounds like. I mean, the guy just sounds like a cop. Like I said, his speech patterns, the things that he says, it just sounds very police-like.
I don't let people in my car. I don't know if you paid attention. I don't let dudes in my vehicle. People get in, they smell like marijuana. They may have warrants and shit. I know with me in there, I know what my situation is. So they gonna escort me back. I know they there with me. I can talk bullshit. We can pull over. I get woozy.
Wack Three Fingers doesn't let people in his car because they may smell like marijuana and they may have warrants? That doesn't... So I won't let anyone in my car that doesn't smell like marijuana and doesn't have fucking warrants. Because at least that way I can trust them. And I know that they're not the fucking feds. So Three Fingers, and I want to point out, Three Fingers Wack's been saying police stuff on podcasts for a long time. This isn't new.
He got some responsibility in getting, old boy killed that they love up there in the Bay. We ain't touched content on that, Adam.
So at the end of the day, Wack Three Fingers likely did play a role in helping Luce Cannon provide evidence via podcast to self-snitch on himself. Wack Three Fingers facilitated this and catalyzed the entire situation. So a lot of people are saying that Wack Three Fingers sort of may have intentionally done this to get another rolling 60 put in the grinder. So,
whoa, was that the whole move? Wack 100 is that. It's like they always call him the police. I always hear this about the dude. And I ain't gonna lie, hearing him talk, hearing him, the way he's introduced Luce Cannon to the whole scene, the way he used them, in my opinion, something is up with Wack 100. A cunning man, should I say. So there it is, y'all. There's the video just dropped from Point and Shoot. Man, salute Point and Shoot, y'all. Great content. I'm reacting to this. Like I said, this is just very interesting to see these LA gangbangers just fall off the wayside. And I don't wish harm or bad on no man, but let's be honest, you reap what you sow. And if you're out here doing podcasts, committing crimes, and then talking about these crimes on these podcasts, you should be arrested for being so dumb. Don't be mad at Adam 22 because your loose lips sunk the ship, or sunk the ship, should I say? Again and again. Hey, but for real though, let me know what you think in the comments, y'all. Is Wack 100 a police? Is he a fed? Is he working for them boys? Or is he just real good at what he does, right? He set them up. He's very cunning, like I said, and he had an agenda against Big U, and he used someone that turned against Big U as well, Luce Cannon, and Luce let loose. With that, y'all, I'm out of here. Remember, you ain't gotta like it. Laid up.